Hey everybody, Steve from OpenBOM. In today's video, I'm going to take you through the new category selection process for Inventor. It's very similar to the one in SolidWorks, has some noticeable differences, and I want to make sure that I dive into them. There's 3 or 4 things that we need to do to kind of prepare to use our Inventor designs for categories. For a quick review, category is the ability to send an item from Inventor to a particular OpenBOM catalog based on an iProperty setting. And so let's go ahead and get started. And we all know that if we build a bill of material in OpenBOM right now, all of these items are going to show up in my Inventor items catalog in OpenBOM. That's terrific. But there may come a time where you might want to say, look, clips and screws and other things, I really like to send those to a particular catalog in OpenBOM. Maybe I'm using a particular part numbering format or something else that I have a reason to want to send those to a particular catalog. Well, now with this release, we can do that. And here's how. The first is we're going to create a category iProperty. And it's really simple. I do that just by opening the iProperty settings on any one of my hardware, going to custom, and in this case, I've created a property. In my case, I'm calling it category. If you're using that for something, you can call it something else. Call it category, and I'm going to set the value to hardware. In my case, now I've done that for some others as well. So let's just kind of visit. I've got some screws down here. I've set some things up for hardware, and I could also, at this time, I could, I could do off-the-shelf parts. I could do other things. I'm just going to focus on hardware for this one. So I've got a few items here that all have an iProperty for category, and it's each one of them is set to hardware. Okay, so that's step 1. Define those iProperty values for category. In my case, I set it to hardware. Next step, visit the Inventor Bill of Materials page and add the category iProperty to your BOM. And we do that by using the column chooser, picking out category, putting it in our bill of material. Okay, and you'll see the values will show up over here. Terrific. Next, you want to make sure that in OpenBOM you created that catalog where you're going to send this data. In my case, I've got a hardware catalog. It's going to be empty. I just created it, but it's sitting there waiting to receive hardware from Inventor. And then finally, we're going to go to the OpenBOM settings and use this new UI down here called Category Chooser. And this is where we kind of wire the whole thing up. First thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, okay, I'm using the category iProperty to specify where I want things to go. Next case here, I'm going to say, look, anything that has a value of hardware, I'm going to send it to my hardware catalog. I could have electrical and send it to electrical catalogs. I could have a lot of things going on here, but for now, I'm just going to do one. I'm going to save that. And then finally, make sure we turn on category mapping. And this is handy if you've got data sets that sometimes you do want to do it, you don't want to do it. So that's a nice little feature there. Okay, so we've set that up. And we know before that when we built a BOM using OpenBOM, everything went into Inventor items. Let's build a BOM again. We get the same message. Everything's going to go to Inventor items except those that have category mapping. Let's go ahead and run it. Okay. So this bill of material in OpenBOM is going to look just like any other that you created, and with a couple of exceptions. Number 1, we're going to take a look at the item information for this guy, and we're going to see it's going to the hardware catalog. These other things up here, they're still going to be heading over to the Inventor items catalog, but now we've parsed out a few things that we want to go to the hardware catalog. Let's open that up and see what it looks like. Okay, so now we have a catalog that just has our hardware in it. Our Inventor items catalog has all of our other bits and pieces in it, just like it always did. So let me recap here real quickly. The first thing we did was we created an iProperty. In my case, we called it category. We set it equal to hardware. We did that for each one of our items that we wanted to affect. Next, we went to the bill of materials settings and we added that property, in my case category, to my BOM. Next, we made sure we had a catalog in OpenBOM, in our case hardware catalog, predefined. And then finally, we used the setting to the catalog category chooser, and we turned it on to hook those things together and tell OpenBOM where to send that data. So this is a big improvement. I hope you'll find this useful. Would love to hear your feedback, of course, at support@openbom.com.